So this is class 3 on the 4 agreements. This is the book that we're considering right now. And the author is Don Miguel Ruiz. And if you go onto the livingpeacenow.org website, you will be able to access a PDF of the book under the tab Resources. So you can read along with it. I've already done classes, first 2 classes, about the dream, that the dream of unhappiness, of chaos, of death, of suffering that most of the world is sharing most of the time. And he says that okay, so the first agreement is being impeccable with our word. And that word impeccable is the first, there's only 2 words in the agreement, right? So the first one is impeccable, which is an interesting word. It means without fault. So whenever we're being impeccable, we are taking responsibility for our actions. When I'm impeccable, I use my power for the good of all, not just for my own good. When I'm being impeccable, I interact lovingly with all beings. And when I'm being impeccable, I respect and love myself. So that's the first agreement. I am impeccable with my word, and we'll examine what the word means in a minute. But impeccable, let's just think about it for a minute. I am without fault. In other words, I am always doing the 3 things on this bullet list. I am always using my power for the good of others. I think about how can I help others, and I act from the awareness of others' needs. I interact lovingly with all beings. In other words, when I'm being impeccable with my word, I'm not nasty with anybody. I'm not negative with anybody. I am aware of the power that I have with my words to make or break someone else's day, someone else's experience of the moment. And thirdly, and very importantly, when I'm being impeccable without fault with my word, I respect and love myself. I don't think or say negative things about myself. My word, now thinking about this word, my word is a gift directly from the greater intelligence that made everybody and everything. Because we have word, because we have ideas, because we can name and identify and analyze thoughts, ideas, we have great power. In my word, I express my creative power and I bring about what I want. My word is actually kind of magical. It's a magic tool, and I can share it with others in ways that are either loving or unloving. And love is magical. Unloving is also magical. It's like magic. It's destructive. Good magic, good love is constructive, is a gift to others. When I name my thoughts or my opinions, I am creating a dream in the minds of others. I am helping to create the thought that others can respond to. I can make people feel good with my word, and I can also make them feel horrible by saying what I say, what I write, what I share, the thoughts that I share. In a way, we could say that words are like a spell. They plant an idea in the human mind, or they pull it out, they uproot it. So when I am being impeccable, responsible for and with my word, I am mindful of the power that my word has to create, to destroy, to share, to take away, to create a positive situation among people or in people's thoughts, or to destroy people's confidence and their courage. There's a lot happening with our words and our being responsible, impeccably responsible for what I say, what thoughts I bring into consciousness, my own and someone else's. It has a lot of power, and it's really important to be faultless with it, to be mindful of how I can affect other people. I'm going to refer to a historical example here of the immense power to create or destroy that one person can bring about. And the person that I'm using as an example was a guy who became the political leader of a big country in Europe in the late 1930s. Adolf Hitler actually created misery and suffering for millions of people with his word. His word activated fear between human groups. People with one set of names became afraid of people with another set of names and another ethnic history. And finally, after he had been in power for several years, all over the world, nations and populations were afraid of each other. And it was a horrible experience of death, injury, and destruction for millions across the world. Words have that power. My word would have that power. And as I become mindful of that fact, I agree to never use my word negatively with anyone, including myself. My word gives me power to create happiness. I agree to never say anything destructive or negative in my life. I know that my words have the power to plant an idea, to plant seeds that grow inside somebody else's mind. And I agree to only plant positive, helpful seeds. With our words and ideas, we create experiences for ourselves and for those around us. And when we create a negative agreement with someone, when we induce someone with our word to feel afraid, to feel judged, to feel belittled, the only way for that person to get out of the negative idea is to come into contact with another expression of what's true. When we encounter truth, we have a chance to make a new agreement in our minds. So sharing positive thoughts with others gives them that incredibly wonderful opportunity to change the agreement that they're operating in, to say, okay, I don't want to be in this negative place anymore. I'm going to take the positive suggestion and go with that. So another aspect of being impeccable with my word includes refusing to engage in gossip, which is like a mind virus. Gossip here means saying negative things behind someone else's back when they're not there. And that too is very destructive because it focuses the minds of the people that we're speaking with on hellish, negative ideas of other people. It creates fear. It creates hatred. So we need to be aware that negative words are always harmful. We need to pledge to avoid negative talk that affects any person, including myself. I can't say things when I'm impeccable with my word, like, oh, I'm so stupid. No, you can't say negative things, even about ourselves. My impeccability means I will find positive truths to share with everybody. Being impeccable with my word means that I can live consistently in a positive world that supports me. I am no longer susceptible to evil suggestions or negative ideas. When I am impeccable with my word, I can myself transcend fear and live in a mindset that is healthy and prosperous and happy. And that is the essence of being impeccable with our word, that we don't use a word negatively, that we don't add to or abet negative thoughts in the people around us, even about ourselves. And that we courageously, rather than looking at or considering or listening to, taking seriously the negative words of anybody, we realize the incredible power that words, everybody's words, have. And we treat our words with respect and know our responsibility for making good things happen with our words.